Here we go. Okay, the question for Nick becomes this. On this first one right here, what's the vertex? Okay, so how's everybody with that? 2, -1. Everybody good? That's a shame because that's wrong. All right, good. Say again. That's right. It's -1, 2. It's correct. Very good. It would be -1, 2. You got to look at which form it's in. You said it backwards. Because once again, it's x equals. Okay, that's what we talked about on Friday. Okay, so it's -1, 2 is correct. That's the vertex. Okay, look at the 4 graphs. Which graph has as its vertex -1, 2? Which graphs have as its vertex -1, 2? C and D do, right? C and D. Okay, all right. Now, while we're here, because it says 1/4 that, okay, that means your P will be what? A positive or a negative? It'd be a positive or negative. You want to say negative? Okay, how's everybody with that? The P would be a negative because it says 1/4. We're going to say positive because it's 1/4. Is that right? All right, that's correct. It would be positive. Therefore, if that's the case, okay, then Jasmine, which way would it open? Right or left? Okay, let's say again. It would open right. Very good, because that's open in a positive direction, right? Very good. So then which graph would match up with that? All right, so everybody agrees with C? C, correct. Okay, very good. The answer would be C to that. Okay, let's go to the, okay. C, yeah, C, correct. Okay. All right, let's go to the second one now. Okay, y equals 1/4 x minus 2 squared minus 1. Okay, there's this one. All right, now Kiana, your turn. Okay, what's the vertex? Okay, -1, 2 is correct. The vertex is -1, 2. Okay, -1, 2. Okay, it's correct. All right, now, all right. So here comes the next thing. Okay, I said it's it. All right, now here comes the next thing. The P, right? The P is it. Everybody's good with -1, 2. No. Oh, it's 2 -1. Yeah. Because it's. Very good. Let's see here. Okay. All right, good. I'm messing with you. Good. Once again. Okay. All right. So it's 2 -1, right? Okay. Very good. It's correct. Okay. It's 2 -1. It's more like it. Okay. Now we got it. All right. So what are your choices? Okay. So you got B and. Okay. You got B and A. Okay. It's correct. So it's B and A. Okay. So 2 -1 is B and A. Okay. So now if it's B and A. Okay. Now look, we got 1/4. So is the P going to be positive or negative? Positive. Okay, so since the P is positive, then which one would it have to be? Okay, it would have to be up, and therefore it's going to be A. Okay, very good. It's going to be an A. Very good. You got it. Good job. That's correct. All right, let's go to the third one. Okay. All right, so now we go to this twice. Okay, what's the vertex? 2 -1. Very good. The vertex is 2 -1. Okay, very good. Okay, because it's what y equals. And now it's a P positive or negative? Negative. Okay, so which one is it going to be opening? It's going to be down. Very good. So which one is it? Okay, so it's going to be B. Okay, so this is a B. All right, and then obviously from process of elimination, what's the vertex on the last one? -1, 2. -1, 2. Very good. It's the vertex, right? And then which one is it going to have to be? It's going to have to be D, right? Okay, you got it. All right, so is everybody good so far with that? Okay, so here you have the first equation that you had on number 1, right? Okay, now here we go. Remember, your job is to turn this into y equals. What's the first thing you do to turn into y equals? What's the first thing you have to do? Add 1. Very good. You have to add 1 to both sides. Okay, so here we go. Now, you're not going to see me adding 1, you're just going to see me doing it, okay? Okay, so there I am adding 1 to both sides. Very good. Okay, now what's the next thing you have to do to get the y by itself? Okay, multiply both sides by 4 by the reciprocal. It's correct. Okay, so you're going to get this, right? 4 quantity x plus 1 equals y minus 2 squared. Perfect. You guys are doing great. Okay, now what's the next thing you have to do to get the y by itself? Square root. Okay, it's correct. You have to square root it. Square root both sides. Oopsies. That's my showing the other class. There we go. Let's go back to this. Okay, you have square root both sides. Here we go. We're square rooting. We're square rooting, okay? Yeah, so you're right, it's going to be plus or minus then. There's the plus or minus. Okay, now what do you do? Now you add the 2. Okay, so you get what? Y equals
2 plus or minus square root of 4x plus 1.
good. 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 quantity x plus 1 is right. Now, is that how you type it in the calculator? No, so now what do you have to do? You have to make it into equations, right? So you have to split them up, right? Okay, so you're going to have y1, right? And y2. So y1 is going to be what? 2 plus square root of 4 quantity x plus 1. And y2 is going to be 2 minus square root of 4 quantity x plus 1, right? Okay, so we got that. There's D. Okay. All right, now look at number 8. Construct the viable arguments. Which of the equations in item 1 represent functions? And explain your reasoning. Okay, so let's go back to this.
What do you mean by that?
No, that just wants to know already in this course. You've already taught these lessons. All right. Okay, which of these 4 choices represent functions is the question. Which of these 4 represent functions is the question. Okay. All right. So we have all of them in the back. We got A and B. So A and B. All right. So how many say A and B? How many say A and B? Okay. All right. Then for the Y. What's that? Right. See here, functions of x. Right. Okay, so they're all functions. I understand. Okay. Okay. So we also have all functions.
What do you want, like a specific reason? Or like.
Yes. Of course. You've been taught that. All this stuff you've been taught in this course. Okay.
You can't have the same x value of different functions.
Okay. Okay. So which ones are they? Okay. All right, so how's that sound? How's that sound? Do you like the things answer? All right, so everybody's good with that? Okay, all right. And you're right. It's not the way, not exactly what we said to you, but you're exactly right. That's what's happening. That's exactly it. Okay, do you remember what's the test? What was the test you do? What was the test you do to find out if it's a function? Do you remember? Okay, all right, you see, this is what it's like to go through a semester exam, just to warn you. It's everything from the entire semester, not just, and this is something, you learned this way back in August when we started the course. So when you go through the semester exam, this is what it's like. It's like, oh my gosh, this is what you're going through. What you guys are taught is this, there's a thing called the vertical line test. And what you learn is that you draw a vertical line, and if the graph hits the one time, if it hits it one time, then is it or is it not a function? It is a function. What you learn, this is a function. Once again, draw a vertical line. It is a function. Draw a vertical line. Okay, now look, this one hits it how many times? 2 times. So you found out when it hits it 2 times, it's not a function. Draw a vertical line. Okay? Not a function. Okay? Okay, all right, so everybody good. All right, just so you guys. Okay, number 9, consider the equation x equals -2 y plus 4 squared, okay, minus 1. Without graphing the equation, tell which direction its graph opens. Don't say it out loud. Just think to yourself, is it up, down, left, or right? Think to yourself, up, down, left, or right. Which way would number 9 open? Which way would number 9 open? Up, down, left, right. Okay, everybody got an answer? Up, down, nobody said the answer. Well, up, down, left, right. So are your choices. All right, okay, so how many would say it's an up? Okay, 1 up. How many would say it's a down? 0 down. How many would say it's a right? 0 rights. How many would say it was a left? Excellent. And it is a left. You got it. It's a left, okay? And once again, the reason why is because, first of all, it's an x equals, which means it's got to be a right or a left. And then second of all, it's because this is a negative number. So it opens up in the negative direction, right? So it opens left. Very good. You guys got it. Okay, well, wait. Tell me again, what's the vertex of that? What's the vertex of that? -1, -4. Beautiful, you got it. -1, -4. You guys are getting it. You're doing fantastic. Good. Good. The point -2, 3 is on the parabola. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Go to -2, 3 and put that point on your graph. Now it says this, find the distance between this point and the focus. Find the distance between this point and the focus. Okay, so to do that, you have to use what's called the distance formula. Look what they give you right over here. There's the distance formula right there. Sure, though, you guys all remember this. This is old stuff. This is old stuff for you guys. You're going to go use the distance formula. X sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity squared. Okay, and you're going to use these points, right? Okay, the point that's given to you, -2, 3. Okay, so we're going to call that P for point. And then F, the focus, and where's the focus at? Where's the focus? 2, 0. The focus is at 2, 0. That's correct. Okay, very good. It's right. Okay, so then, and once again, different teachers teach us different ways, but here's the thing. Look, there's a -2 right there. Would you make that your x1 or your x2? X1. Okay, so that's x1, y1, and x2, y2. And it doesn't matter, your choice, right? And we'll slide the points into the equation, right? Okay, so here we go. So there's that. Okay, so how much is 2 minus -2 squared?
4.
Okay, 16 is correct. What is 16? Okay, and how much is 0 minus 3 squared? 9. 9 is correct. 9. And how much is 16 and 9? 25. 25 is correct. And how much is the square root of 25? It is 5. You're right. Okay, very good. That's what you would do. So you, what's that? Yeah, you can. Yeah, but once again, as always, you got to show work with it. Okay. Yeah. Oops. Yes, you have to do show work. Okay. All right, so there's 5. Okay. Okay. Now look what it's telling you to do. So that's one distance. And look, what's the distance from this point here to this directrix? And what you were taught in geometry is this: the distance a point is to a line. Okay, when the point's not on that line, is always shown by doing this, by drawing a perpendicular segment. That's the distance right there. That was a postulate that you learned. So tell me that. How long is that? How long is that? It's 5, right? It's also 5, right? You just count that on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 also. Okay. So what did you just find out? That the two distances are always going to be the same. Right? You were told that on Friday, right? The point on the parabola, same distance to the focus as it is to the directrix. We talked about it briefly. Now it's going to become a big thing, okay, in the book. Okay? So all good there. What just happened? All right, let's go to the next page. All right, so look at this. Look what B says. Find the distance between -2, 3 and the directrix. What's the answer? 5. It's 5. Very good. And then it says compare your answers in parts A and B. What did you notice? Okay, they're equal. They're the same. They're equidistant, right? Okay. You found that they are equal, right? They're equal distances. Exactly right. The focus of graph D shown here is -2, 2, and the directrix is x equals 0. Okay, so look, the point -2, 4. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to go -2, 4 is right there. All right, so now you tell me, how far is that from the focus? How far is that from the focus? It's 2. Very good. That's easy to do. That's going to be 2 right there. How far is that to the directrix? And that's going to be 2. So they're going to be equal. 2 equals 2, right? Okay, so what you're finding out. Okay, so everybody understand. Once again, it just shows another time when they are equal to each other.